Good morning, everybody. Part 17, Addiction with Des. It is the 20th of October, and my beautiful girlie is here waiting for a belly rub. Belly rub, belly rub. Uh, yes, the 20th, and temperature is 38, 28, excuse, and it's 10 to 8 in the morning, and it's a beautiful sunny day. It says it's going to be 27. Don't believe it. Other day in the car it was 23 and it definitely did not feel like 23. Righto. Good morning. Once again, please remember I am not with AA, NA, CA, all the RRs. Okay? I do this for me as well as to hopefully reach a still suffering addict. Okay, I may still use NA or AA literature. Um, so, but that's not a problem. Okay, so where's the thought for the day? Right, thought for the day. It says yeah, stop complaining, stop bitching, stop moaning about everything. If you want it to change, get up off your ass and do something about it. Otherwise, shut the F up. Think about it. So, yeah, that's the thought for the day. Short and to the point. Okay, today's heading freedom to choose, October 20th. Awesomeness. Right. Sorry, I'm still half asleep. Enforced morality lacks the power that comes to us when we choose to live a spiritual life. Basic text, page 45. In our active addiction, many of us lived our lives by default. We were unwilling or unable to make choices about how we wanted to act, what we preferred to do, or even where we would live. We allowed the drugs on the other people We allow the drugs or the other people to make our most basic decisions for us. Freedom from active addiction means, among other things, the freedom to make those choices for ourselves. The most important one was to choose to stop. All right, freedom of choice is a wonderful gift. This is why we also tell you that you're free to make any decision in your life. Everybody is free to make any decision in their life. That's for sure. But you're not free from the consequences of those decisions. Remember that. Freedom is a choice. Freedom of choice is a wonderful gift, but it's also a great responsibility. In other words, when shit hits the fan, take responsibility for it. Choice allows us to find out who we are and what we believe in. However, in exercising it, we're called on to weigh our own choices and accept the consequences. This leads some of us to seek out someone who will make our choices for us. Our sponsor, our home group, our NA friends, just as our disease made our choices for us when we were using. That's not recovery. Seeking others. Experience is one thing, Abdicating personal responsibility is something else. If we don't use the gift of freedom we've been given, if we refuse to accept the responsibilities that go along with it, we'll lose that gift and our lives will be diminished. We are responsible for our own recovery and our own choices. Difficult as it may seem, it must make those choices for ourselves. We must make those choices for ourselves and become willing to accept the consequences. Just for today, I'm grateful for the freedom to live as I choose. Today I will accept responsibility for my recovery, make my own choices, and accept the consequences. So yeah, it's a nice short one. Today's not going to be very long. Unfortunately, last night I took my night tablet a little bit late, so this morning I'm just suffering side effects. Um, so yeah, what I mean in that reading is that when you come into recovery, you can't still rely on everybody around you to still make the decisions for you. Should you go to the meetings? Should you stay away from all the friends and acquaintances that you used to hang out with? You need to make those decisions yourself. You know, Staying away from places, people, and things that are triggers for you. Music. Music is a trigger. People are triggers. Places are triggers. There's certain places where, when early in my recovery in Joburg, I drove past and it would trigger a feeling, you know, because that's where I used to pick up, or sometimes pick up, whichever the case, but still it used to trigger a feeling, right? The longer that you're in recovery, the easier it is to ignore those triggers. So in the beginning, what I used to do was I would make sure I'd go the extra distance going around certain places that would trigger me. So if you're new in recovery, I don't recommend you drive straight past the petrol station or wherever it is that you used to organize. The alcoholics, that special bottle store that you like so much. Because alcoholics are just like drug addicts. Eventually, with the drug addicts, you start, it's all lacquer, it's with friends. Friends. I laugh because nobody was really your friend. But anyway, so in the beginning it was lacquer because you do it with friends, acquaintances, whatever you want to call it. Same with alcoholics. There was a bar that you would visit all the time with mates, acquaintances once again. And the further and further your addiction progressed, you started choosing to become isolated. So now it was no more the bar, it was the bottle store. It was no more using with mates, with acquaintances. It was now on your own. Buying from the dealer on your own. Buying from the bottle store on your own. Going to that casino on your own. Where you used to go with friends. So you start to choose to isolate. And you start doing things by yourself. And then you have people say, but I don't have a problem. Do you sit in your car in the park and drink out the bottle neat? Are you hiding bottles at home? Eh? So yeah, we need to choose, and you need to choose the right path. Only you can do that. Well, there's the camera. Hey, only you, not there. Only you can do that. No one else can do that for you. You need to make the change. You need to choose to make the change. A lot of people can sit there and they can say to you, yes, but I did this, I did that. Right, wonderful. Did it work for you? Yes, it worked for me. It won't work for me. For example, I went to many rehabs, 12-step programs. It didn't work for me. I needed to go to a rehab where it was in the middle of nowhere, and I ended up staying there a year. It was a long-term facility. Uh, I chose to stay the extra year. I booked in for the first 9 months of the 7 months. I chose to book myself in for the extra because I chose then and there that recovery needs to happen. I cannot carry on with my life being a flop. Do you choose life or do you choose a shortcut to hell? It reminds me of the movie Ice Age. The elephant says, "Hey, sloth, the tiger found a shortcut." And that sloth says, "No thanks, I choose life." Choose life. You can find anything out there to make you smile for the day. Choice is yours. Use it or don't. Peace be with you all. A wonderful day. And adios.